smoke is clear. Sit alone with a beer and run through the rubble. Months of trouble in the end. The tears on your face, the sight of you walking away, and the memories drop and ring like bombs in my head. And I don't know if I could have done more, and I don't know if it was my fault or yours. So I'm still fighting after the war.
So welcome back everyone, Mike here. It has been a beautiful Sunday here in Western Pennsylvania. It's actually trying to cloud up a little bit right now, but it's been a really nice day. Now this evening I'm down here at the wood pile. I'm going to split a little bit of firewood, and then we're going to saw a little bit of lumber on the Woodmizer sawmill. And I know you've seen it 100 times before in our channel, but I'm going to show you what I think is the prettiest thing to come out of Pennsylvania. This is black cherry, also known as American cherry. I've heard it called choke cherry, wild cherry. We just call it cherry. It grows everywhere here in Pennsylvania. Now when it's green, it kind of has like a pinkish brown color to it. And as this thing ages, and especially with sunlight, it'll turn into a more reddish brown. Really, really pretty wood. Doesn't look like much here, you know, split into firewood. But wait till you see the boards that come off the mill. It's just really, really nice wood. This stuff weighs at around, I think about 35 pounds per cubic foot, you know, after it's dry. It's not a super hard wood. I mean, it is a hard wood, but it ranks at about, I think it's about 950 on the Yanka hardness scale. And it's great. I just love cherry. It's my favorite wood by far. And for years, it's been, you know, you guys have been watching our channel. Every time I'd split this, the guys that are woodworkers would go crazy when I split cherry and use it for firewood. But we have so much of it around here, and before I had the sawmill, it's just kind of what you did. But now that I have the sawmill, I kind of pick and choose a little bit. Those are some pretty nice pieces that I just split. However, you know, they came out of, you know, crooks and turns and logs and things like that, maybe an end or whatever, and I cut them out of there. But I'm gonna roll one on the mill that's not really that big, maybe 12, 13 inches, and we should get some really nice lumber out of it. I just have a feeling it's a really nice log. Oh, and before we head over to the sawmill, I want to mention, nobody asked me to say this, I'm not getting paid to say it, anything like that, but if you got some money burning a hole in your pocket and you want an incredible log splitter, I'm telling you, this Wolfe Ridge, this is the machine, or really any of the ones that Chris makes. And I'll put a link in the description. Like I said, this is not a paid advertisement or anything like that. I'm just telling you, this takes splitting out of the equation. It does, and they're an American-made company. And really, any small business, I don't care who it is, if they're a good company, it's time to start spending some money if you have any, and kind of get things going again. That's what we need.
Oh, you'd learn what I mean if you came. But the risk, are you willing to take?
All right, I got this little cherry log on the mill. It's not real big, 12 inches in diameter. Not a big one at all, but just looking at it, looking at the color, I think this is going to be a really nice log and make some really, really pretty lumber. Should turn out just great. Speaking of pretty lumber, I want to show you something over in the woodshed, and then we'll come back over and tear into this log. If you watched the last video, I'll put that up above in case you missed it. I started staining the woodshed. And although I was struggling trying to find the right way to apply this stain, this Ready Seal, came out beautiful. What I have done so far, I love that stain. I really do. It really, really penetrates the wood. As you know, this is that red pine that we got here off the property, and I saw it on the Woodmizer. But I think it's beautiful. I really do. I'm really, really pleased. I did a lot of research on that stain. Now, I think what I'm going to do, everybody had tons of good suggestions. I had some guys that do this kind of stuff for a living, commenting, sending emails, a lot of weekend warriors like myself. You know, a lot of people said, pump up that sprayer to the max. I did do that, just didn't work really well. But long story short, I'm going to pull the trigger on one of those Graco sprayers. I am. I'm just going to do it. Because the way I see it is this. Instead of spending an entire weekend, you know, brushing and rolling this on here, if I can knock it out in a couple hours, I can start building something else. So I think that's the plan. I'm going to get a Graco, not the top of the line one, maybe something middle of the road. But yeah, that way we'll be able to spray it, kind of follow it up with a brush and a roller as needed, but it'll work good. Now the walls, you know, they're easy. That's no big deal. But to get up inside all those rafters and all the corners takes forever. I just want to be able to spray all this, even the purlins on the top, get this done, throw a metal roof on it, and then start building something else. But anyway, we better go saw that nice cherry on the mill. Remember I said at the beginning of this video how this stuff turns a reddish brown, you know, as it ages, and especially when it gets the sunlight. Look how red this end is. Now this dark red right here, that's from the water on the mill, but this is dry right here. Look how red that is. This is really, really nice. I think Melissa's coming down in a bit. Right now she's making dinner over a fire, actually in hot coals. She's making foil dinners. I don't know if you know what those are or not, but they're delicious.
Months of trouble with me. The tears on your face, sight of you walking away, and the memories dropping like bombs in my head. And I don't know if I could have done more. And I don't know it was my fault or yours, so I'm still fighting after the war. And the only light was just my phone. Night, start the war again, pull the trigger, press and go. Catch a plane before sunset, kneel down and say come back. Say baby I was wrong, I need you home. But I don't know if I love you anymore. I don't know if I loved you before, so I'm still fighting after the war. Well, there should be parties in the street. We had our victory, but loneliness has been waiting for you to leave to ambush me.
So what I did there, I cut some 4/4 material and some 8/4, and I'll show you why I turned that log. So what I'm left with is a 4x4, actually 3.5 by 3.5. And if you can see right there is the center of that log, okay? This section on these cherries is pretty unstable. As it dries, it'll crack and check. So what I do, I try to get my wide boards off, rotate it. I might take a couple pieces of 8/4, and I always work to this center and leave that center alone. This here I'll just use for like cribbing or something like that, you know, cut them up in 3-4 foot lengths, stack wood on or whatever. But that's why I flipped the log, because a lot of people had asked why I don't just keep cutting, you know, like 8-inch wide boards like I do on the pine. That red pine, you can do that, not these hardwoods though. Yeah, that one worked that good. That's pretty much dead center. I'm about done.
Oh good, perfect timing. And dinner's almost done.
I was telling them that you made foil dinners.
Yeah.
Did you make a video of it?
I did make a video. So if all goes well, you'll see that on Morgan's Off the Leash maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, foil dinners, she'll just have to show you, but they're really good. Make them over a fire, actually over the hot coals.
Right.
And we usually have them in the summertime quite a bit.
It's just a nice family thing, you know, bring in family as soon as your stay home act is lifted. But our family's all here, and they love doing it. They've been doing it since they were little kids, and you know, Levi did it at Boy Scout camp, and Hannah and Eva did it at girls camp. It's just fun to do. Yeah.
Well, it's Sunday night. I think we're gonna wrap this up. Did you bring any water down? I want to see what this cherry looks like.
I did, but do you want me to?
Oh yeah, yeah. I always forget to take the tension off the blade, and I'll kind of pack everything up, cover the mill, and then go up to the house and be like, ah, I forgot that. Kind of pinkish, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Perfectly clear cherry. I was telling them at the beginning of this video, it's called American cherry, wild cherry, black cherry. I've heard it called choke cherry.
I like to hear a cherry on top.
Yeah, we just call it cherry. What do you think, Ruger?
What do you think, Rue? Rue and the board similar coloring.
Yeah. Yeah, Ruger, you kind of look like that.
Cherry.
We've got 2 weeks.
Yep, I'm super excited. Rue, he's super excited. Pouty McButterpants, she's not excited.
I showed him the end of that log how, you know, what was in the sunlight, how this gets like a more reddish brown as it ages. But that is perfect. That is just perfect cherry right there. Beautiful. I'll take that up to the pile and sticker it tomorrow night.
Okay.
Maybe we'll go up and get some foil dinners.
Yeah.
Call today. And don't forget, check out Melissa's channel, Off the Leash, and
Morgan's Off the Leash.
Oh yeah, Morgan's Off. What did I call it?
Just Off the Leash.
Morgan's Off the Leash. And in a day or two, you'll see her video on how to make foil dinners. But
yeah, I have a couple good videos up the sleeve.
Oh yeah, the other one's really good. Yeah. She's been actually
speaking of my sleeve.
It's getting faster, isn't it? Easier.
Yeah, I'm getting the hang of it. I'm learning a lot. Mike's really helped me learn, and so have all of you. So I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, let's wrap this video up and go have some foil dinners.
What do you think, Piper? All right. Thanks so much for being here. Comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. Click the like button, which is the thumbs up. Click subscribe, and the little bell icon will give you notifications when we publish a video. Check our social media, Instagram and Facebook, Outdoors with the Morgans. Thanks so much. We'll see you on the next one.
I think Piper choked on a stick.
Hi, this is Megan Jerry Thompson outside the old entrance to Glacier National Park.
You're just watching our episode of Outdoors with the Morgans. Please hit like, subscribe, share with your friends, leave a comment below, and have a day.